Hey gang, Hammer's still here. As you can see, this is myself and Ram and Jaws in a Tier 10 match. This is my first game in the Minotaur. Those of you that have known me in this game for a while, I was really never in a hurry to get to Tier 10. The last 6 months or so, I just really, for lack of other things to work on, have been, pushing into more Tier 10s. I think I've got, other than the new Pan-European DDs, I think I have all the Tier 10 DDs and have for a little while. But I was never in a hurry for much else. So this was very exciting for me. I kept hearing from people that had the ship that I was probably going to love it. And I was not crazy about Neptune at all. But the Minotaur, just the handling characteristics are so much better. The guns are just fantastic. It feels, in terms of handling, just amazing, particularly in comparison to the Neptune. Now, this being my first game, I opted to push in rather than sit back and really kind of test what the capabilities of the ship are and what I can do with it. And while I understand that I may not have good luck with the ship all the time, I did want to kind of, give it a real shakedown cruise, I guess would be a good way to put it. So you'll see that where I could have just sat behind this island,
Enemy force detected.
I opted to push in a little closer. Now, these islands offer excellent cover. Pushing in a little farther, I was concerned about where you just saw those shells come from. But I knew that if I got close enough to that island, even if people could hit me from there, it would probably be my superstructure and not citadels, which is... So the next 10 seconds probably were the biggest concern. Would I get citadeled as I kind of traversed this space?
Torpedoes to port.
Let's see, I'm going to run right up next to these rocks. Now, the composition of the teams is pretty interesting. You got 2 Hollands, a Harugamo, a Shima on the other team, and 2 Smolensk and a Zao. So there's a lot of Daka. And you can see some of them right there. And I'm just kind of backing up to make it harder and harder for them to hit me. As long as they were landing 1 or 2 shells occasionally, they were going to continue to shoot. But once that stopped, that whole idea just came to a grinding halt, and they looked for a better target. Now poor Jaws, he pushed in here and ran into that Holland who was just racing into the tier, and he's going to push back in here. He's trying like crazy to put himself in a position to be able to help secure the cap. But he's nose in to the Holland right now, and he's got 2 Smolensk out there, with the Holland having him spotted. Now I have to be really careful here at this angle. As you can see, as soon as I was detected,
Smoke generator activated.
I was targeted. Now my hope here is that I'm close enough to these rocks that while they can hit my superstructure and my deck, it's going to be really hard for them to citadel me. I was really hoping I was going to be able to get some shots on that Holland, but I pushed in there and smoked to give Jaws a way to break line of sight. Now I'm really just waiting for an opportunity. I don't want to force anything. I don't want to go running out there. The island offers me good cover, obviously from torpedoes and gunfire. And I figured, well, I'll try and get some shots on the Ohio. I'm going to use the Hydro just to give me more of a heads up in case the DD runs outside and catch my nose with torpedoes. And I'm just going to spam shots into the superstructure of the Ohio. Now, I don't want to get killed sitting in blind in my smoke here with blind fire, and you can see they're trying. I threw the torpedoes out a little bit short of what his then speed and trajectory would have suggested, because I figured he was probably going to turn in as he began taking more and more fire. And that is going to provide me with a couple of torpedo hits right here. Enough to finish him off. Now you can see that our team is doing great, but that's really good for the team, and the other side is doing great. The other side, you got Puerto Rico, Henri, Montana, Yoshino, and then 3 of our DDs, Holland, Shima, and Daring, all at the ICOP. But on this side, we've still got a couple of Smolensk and Holland to contend with, and then there's a Minotaur there that was last seen at Bravo Cap. So there are definitely concerns here. I don't want to get caught from that direction, which is why I just turned around as my smoke wore out. I don't want to do anything crazy here.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
But I think it's time for me to put some pressure on this Smolensk. Now, if the 2 of them focus me, I probably won't last too long. But I see that 1 is way out there. And there's really only 1 of them close here. So I'm going to push up just far enough to be able to really lay some shots down on it, and I'm going to smoke up again. And you can see it doesn't take long, and I took significant damage there. But as long as I've got somebody else spotting him, I figured I'd just continue to put shells on it. I don't want to press my luck. There's a Thunderer out there that I'm probably within range of. Let's see if I can secure the cap. Got my torpedoes out there. Maybe I'll land one of them. And there we go. So that's 1 Smolensk down. I'm going to sit here just long enough to make sure that I've got this cap. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that Holland. See what I can do about that. Jaws, to his credit, is out here spotting. And at this point, I think I'm asking Jaws, is this your smoke? And he assured me that was his smoke. And
torpedoes astern.
The enemy Holland is just making use of it. Now, Ram, early in the game, the first, really, I would say from like minute 3 to minute 8 probably, was under a pretty steady barrage of fire from those Smolensk. But you can see he weathered that storm pretty well. He pushed in behind the island that he was at, making it harder and harder for them to land shells. And he just went dark and healed up. Which is smart, because now he's got enough hit points where he can kind of work more in the open. There's only 1 Smolensk to worry about. I caught that Smolensk running broadside, was able to citadel him. He's maneuvering in order to avoid fire, but he's in big trouble here, and he knows it. I thought about changing my target there, but I can use these islands as cover against torpedoes. I really want to try and finish off Smolensk, because that is the more serious threat, at least in my opinion. Now his smoke's going to come off cooldown. See, he's dropping his speed. No. There it is. There's the smoke. detected. I'm going to drop my speed.
Smoke generator activated.
Keep the island between me and
Problem
Holland.
solved, sir.
And really what I'm trying to do here is make sure Yamato has no chance of hitting me. Now that I've gone dark,
Smoke screen set.
I'm going to go ahead and push in. It looked to me like Holland was making for probably the Bravo cap. Yep. Now I could fire here,
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
but if I do, Smolensk is going to know right where I'm at. Now, it seems to me that Smolensk is either A, going to sit in his smoke in the hope that he's going to get an opportunity while he's there, that somebody's going to spot something and he can just open up on it. Probably a Kremlin. Or he would run out the back of the smoke and head for Yamato in the hope that, you know, if he gets out that way, he might survive a little bit longer. Either way, I'm going to use his smoke as cover to get nice and close, and I'm going to bring the nose
Torpedoes
forward.
to starboard.
And you can see my Hydra is about to come up. So if he's still sitting here, I might proxy spot him, but if not, that smoke's getting ready to go away, so I'll probably spot him anyway here any second. The fact that I haven't seen him yet means he didn't turn out. He's just now leaving his smoke, and I've got his broadside, and that's that. At close range, this thing is a monster. So, you know, it's not going to win me any awards. Certainly not evidence that this will always be the case, that, you know, I'll have a good game in this thing, but super fun to play. If you do not have Minotaur and you've been thinking about it, or if you've pushed up to Leander or Fiji, which is a great ship, or Edinburgh, I really encourage you to go ahead and push through what I considered tough grind of Neptune, because this ship is really, really fun to play. This is now just a mop-up operation. You can see that we've got all 3 caps. We've got a huge ship advantage. We've lost 3 ships. They have 3 ships left. And it's about to come to an end on points. So thank you very much for watching this match with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.